everybody, my name is Jordan Lang and I am the content coordinator for CMA. Today's podcast is going to be a little bit different. I am joined by Lisa Buffo, founder and CEO of Cannabis Marketing Association and host of Party Like a Marketer, to talk about the upcoming Cannabis Marketing Summit. Don't forget to get your tickets before it's too late.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Party Like a Marketer, the podcast dedicated to cannabis marketing, public relations, and authentic storytelling. I'm your host, Lisa Buffo, but today I'm also your guest, and I'm speaking with Jordan Lang. Jordan is our content coordinator who helps us produce, conceive of, and execute on the podcast. She's also the brains behind our social media and a lot of the content that you see on our pages. So Jordan and I are going to be having a conversation today about the Cannabis Marketing Summit, which is our big annual event happening in June in Denver. Jordan, you want to say hi to the audience?
Yeah. Hello. This is new. This is exciting. I feel like I'm always on the back end, but now I get to be like up here. So This is fun. But yeah, I'm super excited to talk all things Summit. I'm super excited for the Summit. I don't know about you, but it's gonna be good. So yeah, let's just get right into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Tell me a little bit about the Summit and just kind of, the basic things that people who are attending or might be attending would want to know.
Yeah, so the Cannabis Marketing Summit is our tentpole event at the Cannabis Marketing Association. So this is our big annual meeting, big annual conference that is the place for the industry to learn marketing best practices, specifically and really tailored to a focus on brands and retailers, but anyone in the cannabis industry can benefit from the content there. Our first year doing the summit was 2020. We were supposed to do it in person in June. We like this early summer, early June timing at MJ Biz Next in New Orleans. And obviously we know what happened in March that made that not happen in person.
Yeah.
So 2020, we did the last 2 years, 2020, 2021, we did the summit online. And we kind of became accidental online event producers. But now we're coming back in person. We're hosting it in Denver, which is our hometown at Cannabis Marketing Association.
Yeah, Denver.
Yes, Denver. Jordan, a lot of our team went to see you. I've been in Denver, Colorado the last 8 years. I've come up in the Colorado cannabis industry, and we're big fans of the environment in this space. And Colorado is really gorgeous early June before it gets too hot at the base of the Rockies. So so it's 2.5 days, June 7th through 9th. The 8th and the 9th are full content days. So those are Wednesday and Thursday. And we've got a expo floor. So we've got one floor of the event venue, which I'll tell you about in a minute, that is dedicated to booths and tables. And then the third floor is our educational floor that's got 3 different stages. And we're actually hosting it in Civic Center Park in Denver. So that's awesome.
I'm so excited.
Yep. It's where the Capitol building is. It's where Denver holds the 420 rally. It is downtown Denver. Yeah. And
like with a staple of Denver.
Staple of Denver. If you've been to Denver, and it's got these gorgeous lawns. There's even like a outdoor band space. But there's a venue in Civic Center Park. So we're renting that venue. It's called the McNichols Building. And with the buyout of the building, we get some outdoor space as well. So it's going to be an indoor-outdoor event, super COVID friendly, super summer friendly, early summer friendly. So we've got that expo floor, we've got the education floor, and then we're going to have an outdoor lounge that's going to have like picnic tables, some blankets, outdoor games. So it's not your average conference. We want to make it fun, engaging, and exciting, and really connect with everybody this year.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited. So kind of going off of that, is there like a virtual component? Because you kind of shifted from like, oh yeah, we all know what happened in like March of 2020 to like, here we're putting on this like 2-day thing that's actually in person. So I just kind of wanted to touch on that for anybody who might not be able to make it, or whatever.
So that's a great question. And the answer is yes and no. So there won't be any live virtual component, but we are going to film all of the sessions. And if you have a ticket to the event, you'll be able to watch the recordings after. They won't be available immediately after. We'll need a little bit of time to get the footage, edit it, format it and get it on our website. But if you've purchased a ticket, you'll be able to watch the recordings later. So if you can't attend, say there's 2 sessions happening at the same time that you're excited about, you can pick which one to attend live, and then there'll be one, you could watch later, or you could go back and watch anything you attended. So in theory, if you want to buy a ticket and you can't come, you'll get access to the virtual recordings, but there isn't a separate ticket price and there isn't a kind of virtual only option.
Right. Yeah.
Sense. I mean, I guess you make it one, but if you're paying for coming in person, we'd love to see it, but you won't get the recordings.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I know everybody loves like a good recording to sum up what they just learned. And I know the summit usually has like so much to learn and you just walk away and you're like, whoa, like let me digest all of that. So, that's really cool that that's like available so people don't like forget what they learned, or like they have like a thought in their head. They're like, oh my gosh, I heard this somewhere and I want to go back to it. So kind of going off of that, who's speaking at this event? Because you mentioned sessions, and I'm personally really excited for our lineup. I know we have some great people, so go ahead.
Yeah, we do. And thank you for that question. We're really excited about our speakers. So the content is focused on cannabis brands and retailers as far as who the target audience is, what folks are going to benefit the most, and what they're going to learn. So all of our content is really geared towards marketing best practices for brands and retailers. We have some solo sessions. So solo in the sense where you can go see somebody with the PowerPoint and like learn how to from them. We're doing solo sessions on direct mail marketing. So how to do basically direct mail marketing.
Yeah.
We've got a session, a solo session on email marketing. So email marketing best practices, how to set up those campaigns. That one's really exciting that we've got going on. We've got a solo session on public relations, how to basically write like a journalist and get your company covered. And then we've got everything, topics from omni-channel marketing, SEO marketing, the difference between med, rec, and CBD marketing. We've got a session on content marketing, how to make your content go further, faster, bootstrap marketing for all the small business owners out there, ourselves included.
You're stacked.
We are stacked. So, and that full session is on the website. We've got topics on compliance, social media, creative branding, even things as detailed as benchmarking for digital marketing, even a session on customer experience design for retailers. So we'll actually be talking about like design of dispensaries, how should they be laid out, what makes for a really good experience. So when we say marketing, we're not just talking social media or paid ads. We're also talking about physically what happens when you walk into the store. How do you make that really work for both brands and retailers and the customer? And so those are some of the topics. As far as speakers, we've got folks from across the industry, small businesses, MSOs, East Coast folks, West Coast folks, a lot of homegrown Colorado folks. Some highlights, we've got Dr. Tristan Watkins, who's with the Colorado Office of Economic Development. He worked in the industry as a consultant for a while, and now he helps implement some of the social equity programs in Colorado. So he's going to be speaking. We've got Jarrell Wall, who's the CEO of Gentleman Quinns, which is a awesome, great local brand in Colorado. Rebecca Maestas Sincere, she's a 13-year industry veteran with Clear Cannabis. They're a vape company and MSO that makes really great products, also Colorado-based. We've got Catherine Wolf, the CMO of Malix Premium Cannabis. She's actually their CMO and COO. We've got Kristen Nichols, the marketing manager at Lightshade, and like many, many more. So check out our website. Those are just some folks we've got off the top of our heads, but we've got industry vets, brands, retailers, agency folks, really a lot of our membership and a lot of deep experience in cannabis marketing and communications.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you just answered my question. Like I was gonna ask, how do you get these speakers all kind of rounded up and for the like, on board with this huge event? I mean, you can elaborate on that if you would like, but I don't know. I feel like you covered it.
Yeah, so most of the speakers are our members. So they come from our membership. They're folks we know who we've worked with for a while. With our big events, we have folks apply to speak, and then we've got a committee and a selection process that whittles down the applications and allows us to say, okay, we know these folks have this experience and represent these aspects of the industry, but also what does the moment call for? So 2020, for example, that summit, which we did virtually in June, we did a lot of content around digital marketing and what had changed with COVID, because that was top of mind and that's what had mattered. This year, we're seeing a lot more interest and questions related to programmatic advertising and digital advertising as more publications open up to cannabis ads, as the industry starts to go more national, more multi-state, as we look towards, I feel like we say this every year, but as we look towards federal legalization, the House just passed the MORE Act again. So we're always keeping what's happening in mind, with an emphasis on compliance and deep expertise.
Yeah, that's what I love about the summit. I feel like it's always tailored to like the nature of the world, and I feel like it's very like relatable for people, and they're not stuck in this place where they're like, what do I do? It's more like, okay, here are the tools that I can implement into my marketing strategy or within my own personal brand and kind of move forward, especially like with COVID. They're like, oh yeah, like how am I supposed to move through this like digital space with all of the restrictions on cannabis, and just what you can do and what you can't do. But I love that the summit like kind of creates new avenues for that, like forward thinking, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. And we always try to keep, in particular, small business owners in mind. So when I founded CMA, I was the chief marketing officer of a cannabis brand that was actually venture backed and venture funded. But even in that role, we had small budgets and very little to work with. And I was a one person, I was the CMO, but I was the entire I was the marketing team. And so many of our members and businesses in cannabis, that's the case, where whether they have funding or not, they maybe have one or two people on marketing. And those folks are probably also in perhaps an operational role, or they're wearing many different hats. And we know with the 280E tax code, marketing and advertising expenses are not write-offs for cannabis businesses. So basically, cannabis businesses have a really difficult space to navigate as far as small budgets, small teams needing to make those dollars go further, faster, and show a return on investment in an advertising environment that isn't very friendly or open to those types of those types of communications, or a lot of publications just simply won't make money from the industry. So we try to tailor our content in these events to say, under those circumstances, how can we help that persona, that marketer, as much as possible? So this event is really trying to give folks sort of a crash course in 2.5 days of cannabis marketing best practices, so they can go back to their 9 to 5, having learned something new from folks who are tried and true like themselves, and hopefully met some connections of marketers who can shed insight into what they're doing and help them do better in their jobs.
So yeah, kind of going off of that, networking. I know that's been a big thing in the past. I feel like we kind of pride ourselves on the fact that we give cannabis marketers the opportunity to network. So I just kind of wanted to ask you, like, what is that going to look like besides like, the whole being in person thing and like hanging out outside? Is there going to be a specific like flow or kind of,
Yeah, so we have sessions in the morning and sessions in the afternoon. There's going to be a specific lunch break and a specific happy hour break where there will be no sessions. And we're actually, with the way the venue is, we're bringing in food and drink and food trucks. So we'll actually be able to take lunch. Folks can go outside and eat their lunch. They can walk around the expo floor in the middle of the day. And then during the happy hour session as well, there will be no content going on. So we have dedicated time in the middle of the day and the end of the day, and actually in the morning as well. We're going to have coffee for our attendees the whole time. And then we do have like a little coffee hour in the morning. So all throughout the day, there's going to be specific breaks for networking, but we do have that indoor outdoor setup. So, if there's sessions going on, but you need to take a phone call, or, you just need to kind of sit something out, you can sort of choose your own adventure, whether you want to go outside and have a conversation, lay on one of the blankets, play a game with a colleague, attend and learn something, or walk the expo floor. It's really up to you. So we've got dedicated networking times, but it is a intimate conference. We only have so much space. So it is first come, first serve, but it is going to allow folks to be able to get to know everybody and connect more intimately over those 2.5 days.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the networking, just because, it's not like your traditional networking. You aren't like sitting on a Zoom screen like, hey, what's going on? You're actually able to like meet these people and shake their hands. So I'm really excited that all these things are in place. And, some people aren't morning people, some people aren't night people, but there are the options there for like everybody. And that's just, I feel like that's so true of the whole summit. It's just like, there's always something there for everybody. But yeah.
And I'm glad you mentioned the night aspect, because we are going to have an after party on Wednesday night. Wednesday night will be the official after party of the event. But Tuesday, we're going to have options as well. There's a local bar, Stoney's on Broadway, where we're going to have folks can meet and gather.
I love that place.
Yeah, it's
great, so fun.
Great bar. The name is really fitting. So we'll have activities at night as well related to the event, so that folks can, the party doesn't stop, if you will.
Right. Yeah. And it, like you said, it's choose your own adventure. So like one night you could want to party, and it just might happen to be that Wednesday. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. So, can you tell us a little bit about how those things kind of come together? Like sponsors, are there opportunities still available? Like kind of lay out the sponsor thing for our listeners.
Yeah, so we have an expo hall. So we've got booths in there. Those are $3,500 a piece, and they actually come with 2 tickets. And tickets are priced at about $500 general admission price per ticket. So for $3,500, you're getting 2 tickets included. That's $1,000 value right there. And then the booth for the 2 days. So that's a really good value. It's your kind of typical pipe and drape booth setup. They're 8x6 booths. That's going to be on our second floor, where we're also going to have a bar and music. So it's a really fun setting and space. And then we also have activity sponsors. So you can sponsor the happy hours, you can sponsor the outdoor games, you can sponsor the Wi-Fi, registration, even the press lounge. We've got sort of different activations for you to pick and choose from, depending on whether you want like an engaging interactive sponsor or something a little more passive. And we also have a digital media sponsorship option. So if you can't come, or if you can, but booth is not your thing, those start at $2,500. So you can actually like get in our newsletter and social media and have your logo and things up and have a presence there without having to physically set something up. And that's all on our website. And then we've got higher level sponsors too. You can actually sponsor the entire outdoor lounge or some of the stages. So we've got a platinum sponsor, a gold sponsor, and a bronze sponsor. Platinum sponsor is the title sponsor. So you get to name the main stage, put down like leaflets and welcome information on those seats there, as well as tote bags, lanyards, premium signage, everything that would come with a platinum sponsorship, as well as getting to own the entire middle of the expo floor, which is basically a big lounge. So the whole middle of the expo floor is reserved for that platinum sponsor to do a custom activation. That's right in the center of everything. And then we've got the other options as well. So outdoor lounge, the activity sponsors, and even you could sponsor the after party. So we're really willing to work with folks. If you've got a specific activation or budget in mind, just reach out and we'll see what we can put together. But that deck is all on our website.
Awesome. Yeah. Big stuff, but it's exciting. I wish I wish I could sponsor this. But it's fine.
Same.
It's fine. So yeah, a question I probably should have asked sooner. Who is welcome at this event? Who's invited to this event? Like I I feel like the people want to know. I feel like the people need to know.
Yeah. So the event will benefit you most if you're in a cannabis marketing or ownership role. Obviously, I mean, it's the Cannabis Marketing Summit produced by the Cannabis Marketing Association. So if you're in marketing, you can definitely get something out of this event. We have all different types of topics. So you can take a look at our agenda if there's something specific you're looking to learn, but it's really all positions. We're not going to be doing any like super one-on-one marketing. You'll kind of want to know a bit about marketing for this to further advance your knowledge for sure. These are industry marketing experts, folks that have been doing this for a while. So it's going to be a little bit more advanced as far as the content. But if you have an interest in cannabis marketing, it can benefit you. And again, we're really focusing on helping out those brands and retailers. Anyone with a cannabis license has to follow the regulations very strictly, anyone who's plant touching. So we always try to keep that persona in mind. But if you're on the B2B side or that kind of direct to consumer side as well, as far as ancillary products or services, you can definitely get something from this. And I should also mention that if you are low income, disabled, would consider yourself social equity, or in any other way would qualify for a free or reduced ticket, we do have an application on our site, and we have set aside a certain amount of tickets to be able to make sure the event is inclusive for those that need access to this type of content. So awesome. You can fill out that form. If you need anything like that, if you have any type of disability or need special accommodation, you can let us know too. And we've got plans in place for that. The building is ADA accessible, and almost all the content is ADA accessible as well. But if you have any special considerations that you need, let us know, and we'll make sure to get you that.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. I love the inclusive nature of this event. I feel like every year it's just so like everybody comes, and it's just like you have, such a different background than like this person, and we're like meeting them. It's just like, okay, great. Like I don't know what to do with this, but everybody's welcome. Especially people, like even people who are new to the cannabis space. Like I feel like it's a great like learning opportunity. And you get a lot out of it. You are learning about where the industry is right now. And it's so much more than marketing. I feel like it's like we said earlier, like it's the state of the world that we're in, but it's how does cannabis fit in there? And that's what I love about it. It's just there's always something for everybody, even if you're like brand new. But yeah, so kind of going off of tickets, like the accessible tickets, where can regular tickets be purchased, and are there any deadlines that people need to be aware of?
Yes. So if you go to our website, thecannabismarketingassociation.com, and then go to our drop down for events, Cannabis Marketing Summit is right at the top. And everything you'll need to know is there. You can purchase there directly. If you are a CMA member, you get a discount. So tickets for our conferences are always separate from our membership, but members get a reduced pricing. So, and our next deadline is April 22nd. So basically the end of 420 week, early bird ends, and then ticket prices go up to general admission pricing, and they jump about $100. So if you're going to come or interested in coming, I would definitely suggest getting your ticket ASAP before 422 and making your reservations.
Yeah, the early bird prices, you can't beat them. You really cannot.
Can't beat it.
Such a good value. Like, you get like a discounted ticket for all of this stuff. That's crazy, but it works. It's worth it.
Totally.
And the people will see that. And for those like coming from out of town, are there hotel options available? And if so, what are they?
Yes. So we've got room blocks at hotels, and everything for the event is walking distance. So as of now, our after parties, our hotels, the venue, everything is walking distance, right in Denver's Broadway neighborhood, right? Like right down, kind of just south of downtown, actually. So again, wanted to make this very accessible. You don't have to worry about Ubers. As far as our event goes, you can walk everywhere. Going to be a gorgeous time of year. But the two that we've got blocks at right now are the Element Hotel. It's a Marriott property right across the street from Higher Grade Dispensary, which is they're part of our network. Their director of marketing is going to be speaking at the event. They have great cannabis as well. So Element Hotel, their Marriott property, and then we've actually got a local business. It's called the 11th Street Hostel. So it's called a hostel, and they do have some hostel rooms, but don't think about it as like your Euro trip hostel. It's actually like a nice boutique hotel that has some shared options, but they have private rooms. And then they have Euro rooms. So private room is just a hotel room. And then they have Euro rooms where the bathroom is up the hall, but they're private bathrooms. So it's like individual shower, individual bathroom, all cool. Brand new, all renovated. We just toured it a few weeks ago. Really nice, quiet property. There is some communal space. And if you really want to do like the hostel style, they have that, but they also have rooms that have, 2 beds in them. So if you wanted to share with a colleague, you can do that as well. And the 11th Street Hostel is extremely affordable. The rooms are about $100 a night or less. And if you book through the links on our site for both the Element and CM and the 11th Street Hostel, we've got the direct booking links that have our discount codes. So again, we wanted options to make it as affordable as possible. And if you're flying into Denver, you can take the train from the airport to Union Station, and then you could walk from Union Station to these places and the venue. It's a little bit of a walk, but it can be done. You can take the 16th Street tram right there, or if you can Uber if you want, but everything is very close, very accessible. No need to rent a car, likely no need to Uber, depending on how you're getting in from the airport. And then once you're, in the area, in the neighborhood, you can walk to everything.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's why I love Denver. It's all right there.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anything else that I could ask about. Do you have anything else that you would want people to know?
I would say that Tuesday night, so Tuesday is our opening day. Basically in the morning, we've got expo set up for exhibitors. And we'll have some adventures as far as things you can choose to do. Denver has a Meow Wolf exhibit or building that just opened. So if you've never been to a Meow Wolf, you could definitely check that out. Meet with your colleagues. We're working with some partners on, ancillary events during the day. And then Tuesday evening is our outdoor reception. So that'll be a happy hour outside. And that's actually a pop-up for brands and retailers. So if you're a brand or retailer and you have a ticket to the event, we're donating table space for like a quick 2-hour pop-up during that happy hour. And then after that, we'll have an after reception, likely at Stoney's. And so folks can, engage, have fun, do the Tuesday night thing, welcome, get to know each other. And then Wednesday morning, the event kicks off. So Tuesday evening, welcome reception, happy hour, and brand pop-up all outside in the park.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited, especially for Stoney's. Stoney's is the perfect place for this event. Such good food, good vibes. I'm excited for people to experience.
A good welcome spot.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Okay. Well, I think that's all I have. If you don't have anything else, I think we're good.
Yeah. Just thank you to all of our members and everyone who's helped us put this together, all of our partners, as far as making this event happen over the last 3 years, including this year. And I'm just so excited to finally see everybody in person after, 2 long years of work from home and screen time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We couldn't do it without everybody, all of our members, and everybody who has some sort of involvement in the summit. I mean, really, we could not do it without you. We really could not. So we're so appreciative. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Well,
Okay, thank you, everybody. We will see you at next week's episode, and check out the cannabismarketingassociation.com. Get your tickets, get your booth, and make your reservations before we run out of space.
Do it.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Party Like a Marketer. Follow us on Instagram at Party Like a Marketer and on our website, thecannabismarketingassociation.com. And be sure to join us in person this June 7th through 9th for the annual Cannabis Marketing Summit happening in Denver, Colorado. Check out our website for more details and membership information. We'll see you next time.